Hello ladies, gentlemen, welcome back to episode number 3 of our Raid From Scratch series. As always, if you guys want to tag along and join on the From Scratch series, make sure you use the link in the description to create your brand new account. You will be getting 2 epic champions, Tagore at level 1, but if you reach level 15 you will also get Ugo. And if you manage to log into the game for only 7 days, you will also receive a legendary champion, Alice the Wanderer. And definitely do not forget about the Monkey King promo code. If you're a brand new player, you will get an additional legendary champion. And you can try your best to compete against me to see if you can progress your From Scratch account faster. We will be starting today's episode by opening the market and seeing if there is something new inside here for us. Unfortunately, there is nothing I'm really interested in here. So just to very quickly refresh your memory, we have completed a little bit of a campaign in the last episode. We fully completed the Duram's Forest, and today we're gonna start pushing towards the 5th stage. But the way we like to play this out is by simply following the missions. I still need to win 1 more critical rate artifact, so let's go ahead and start off by doing that. I'm also in the process where I am leveling my chickens. So I'm only leaving Kale to clear the rooms, and I'm putting 3 useless champions next to him in order to eventually sacrifice them for more experience. That was the last piece we were waiting on, and now we need to work on getting some potions. Now, when it comes to potions, we definitely want to utilize the fact that we want to upgrade our Kale. So we're just gonna take a look into ascending him, and what do we need? We need these flasks in order to ascend him further. We can get those from the Arcade Keep. So it is time for me to push the stage 2 and get as deep into Arcade Keep as we possibly can. Okay, and that is the 3rd potion. I actually needed to do a specific potions, so I couldn't really work on my Kale progression. And now I need to actually win some gauntlets with attack percentage. We got all the way to level 18. I'm still hoping for an attack percentage gloves. Still haven't gotten them. Still farming the same run. There we go. I think this will be it. Attack percentage. Unless I'm wrong, that should be the mission completed. There it is, beautiful. Clear the stage 1 or higher of the Ice Golem Peak 3 times. Should be simple enough. Let's give it a shot. This dungeon is one of the dungeons where I believe it is much faster for me to just manually do it, due to the fact that he likes to respawn his little mobs every now and again. Like so, and it is best that I just use the AoE spell when he does that, and then it's a little bit easier, I'd say. Scratch what I said, it looks like even during the auto battle you can pick the person you want to target, and then the game will always target that, so that's kind of useful, I'd say. And that's 3 fights defeated. We actually get some interesting gear pieces as well that I'm not going to be using right now. And now I need to equip 4 champions with 6 artifacts of level 8 or higher. We're going to be needing a lot of silver for that. Let's see if we can finish it. For Tagore, this should be very simple, just level everything up to 8. And since I'm not really sure what gear to equip on Ugo, I'm just gonna go ahead and give him the lifesteal bonus, and then we'll try to give him a health bonus as well. Level this up to 8, and then that mission is also completed. That is now done, and it appears we now have to go into the arena. 20 champions in Classic Arena need to be defeated. I've been waiting for this moment because I do think I'm much stronger than all of the players I'll be battling in the very first division. So because of that, I mean, I can equip these 3 guys. I think he has some of the gear as well. We can start it on auto, and I should be able to be stronger than most of these groups. And yeah, that's absolutely the case. I've beaten everybody in the bronze tier with absolutely no problem, and I believe that should be enough to complete this mission as well. Thanks for the coins. We've already done that. We get a little bit more diamonds. How close am I to be able to unlock the last spot here? I need 120. I have it. I'm just gonna go ahead and unlock this and unlock that as well. So now we have market fully unlocked. Whenever we see something useful here, we immediately buy it. That's gonna be super helpful. And we need to keep upgrading our artifact to tier 12. So I will try to do that for items like this Savage set. Even though I'm not currently using this, as soon as I get a good character, I will go ahead and use this more. Unfortunately, I am out of silver, so we're gonna skip on that for now and just go ahead and continue with campaign. I do believe we should be strong enough to push through the Felvin's Gate, and we're gonna do our best to get 3-star on everything we can. Alright, very cool. Let's see what we need to do. Same thing as before, beat the stage, no losses, and duel fewer champions. We're already very familiar with that. Let's just use Kale and our epic guy, and that should be absolutely no problem for us, hopefully. This is proving to be a little bit harder, so I'm just gonna try to manual it. because the goal is that I don't lose champions in order to 3-star this. Oh, it's gonna be actually very close, but if I can get the next... Oh, I will be alright, I think. I can now use this. This should be a lot of damage. Didn't die. And just like that, we get another tier 3. Okay, this is our first rare guy. Rocktooth that we got from just clearing the stages. Very cool, we'll be happy with that. And we got a bunch of rewards for finishing this as well. Also, if we very quickly take a look at our event situation right now. This artifact enhancement, we're now on stage 3. We would like to finish this, but I only have 16 hours left, so I think it's gonna prove to be a little bit complicated. Dungeon Divers event, I would need to really play a lot in order to finish this. However, I can get 5 greater arcane potions, which I can then use to level up my Kale further. But for now, I think it is completely okay for us to just keep trying to... I was gonna say keep trying to push further, but I did just get a blue gem that I absolutely wanna open. Usually you wanna wait, I think, for weekends in order to open this. I don't know if that's the same for ancient shards as well as mystic shards. But I also do believe that when you start the game fresh, it is okay to just pop these and open them as you get them. Okay, and we get another rare hero, the one that we do not have yet, which is very cool. I also have a bunch of these available to open, but I'm gonna wait until I need more chickens due to the fact that I don't have that much champion space available at the moment. I noticed I have a couple of these arena token rewards available and they will disappear in a day, and because of that, I'm just gonna go ahead and do a bunch of arena. Especially since we're still very low rank. And I believe most of these people I can just automatically win by just playing it on auto. So let's go ahead and do that and see what rank we end up on. I finished my arena battles for now and we are now bronze 3, I would assume. Going through the battle log, I lost one, but I've won all of these other fights. But I can't do any more due to the fact that I need to wait 7 minutes. So because of that, let's stop with arena for now and move on to something else. And now I need to get a chestplate with attack percentage as primary stat from stage 5. Once again, this is a stage I already have 3-starred. Therefore, we're just gonna utilize it for free experience. I landed on the attack percentage on the very first clear. That's perfect. That is 3 dragons defeated for a little bit of gear, which I don't know if I should upgrade already. And now we need to get some boots with attack percentage as the primary stat from stage 6. All the way up to level 19, 10 bonus gems. And we now unlocked the gem mine. Again, I don't have enough of gems to unlock this, but as soon as I do, I want to unlock this because you passively start creating gems, I believe. And I've now also reached over 400 points here in the tournament for Dungeon Divers. And that means I should be able to further upgrade my Kale now. Taking a look at the Ascension, I can actually get him up all the way to 4 stars, and that's what we're gonna do. This gives us a bunch of more HP and a little bit more attack to go with it as well. And by looking at the passes right now, I am almost at a point where I can get this up to level 9, and that should give me 300k. The way I do that is by get 6 level 12 artifacts. Let's just go ahead and level 1 more to 12. Even when this piece isn't exactly the best, I think it is fine to do for this particular situation. And here is us getting 300k back. We're now at the point where the Crusader reached level 20. And this is where I can finally start explaining to you a little bit about the chicken situation. I can go ahead and sacrifice these 2 level 2s that are level 1, and by clicking upgrade, I can now push him all the way to level 30. After that, I obviously will need 3 of those to push it to level 40, and after that, I'll be able to push my Kale all the way to 50. You get the idea. But I can now continue trying to get these attack speed shoes, and as you can see, this guy is gonna start leveling further until he's level 30. Here are the attack percentage boots. That means the mission is completed. And now I just need to equip a champion with all of those attack bonuses. That's completed. We created or joined a clan. And now I need to push 2 more artifacts up to level 12. This is really not the easiest. So I will be pushing the attack percentage pieces because I think that is probably the best to go with. That was pretty expensive, but an easy mission regardless. And now they want me to win 5 more arena battles. Hopefully that shouldn't be too hard. There we go. We now get 2 more of these bronze medals. And if I quickly leave this area, and I click on the Great Hall, I can now provide a little bit of a boost in something. I'm just going to go ahead and put it on attack here in the magic affinity because I believe that will help with my Kale. But it's also one of the tasks. We now have 2% bonus damage, but look at this. This is what I wanted to do. I can now claim this for more energy. And now I simply need to wait until I win a random defense battle, and then we get another book for Kale. So that should be pretty helpful. We can now finally enter Palace of Arivia. Our main missions are sending us here, so let's start chapter 6. Alright, here we go. Same thing as always. We are going to try to 3-star this on our very first go. I'm still very cautious with over-leveling my champions due to the fact that I have not needed to over-level them just yet. For now, I do believe this should still be enough to 3-star these stages. Alright, I believe that should have done it. And now the game wants us to upgrade a champion to rank 4. We've already done this once with Kale. So the next one I'm actually gonna upgrade is probably gonna be our Crusader. So I can end up using him as chicken. So because of that, I think this is free reign for me to keep pushing campaign as far as I possibly can. So I guess let's see how far we can go. Alright, the stage 6 was absolutely no problem at all. Then we get a couple of rewards. We get a little weapon and a shield with HP, speed, HP. Weapon with crit damage, HP, and boots with attack. I think the boots you want to have speed on, as far as I know, but you want them in this exact set. However, these are only 2 stars, therefore I don't think they're very good. So we're gonna go ahead and sell those for now. The rest we're gonna keep. And I still have so much energy to go through. The game is very generous with that early on. I can also collect these gems. That was 50 gems for that, not too bad. I think we're just gonna push through and complete the Tilshire as well. Here's the stage 7 boss. And perfect, we didn't die. And that's completed. We get another rare champion, Rocktooth. I believe we got one of those earlier, so I could potentially use one of those as food. I think that would probably be a good idea. I am keeping all the attack percentage pieces for now, simply due to the fact that I don't really know what's quote-unquote worth keeping just yet. But I think that's perfect. We're gonna upgrade this guy. She's now level 10 out of 20. Not bad at all. I've also noticed I'm now currently leading in the Novice tournament, which is kind of cool to see. But a slight downside is this is ending in 14 hours. I don't think I can get too much more from this. But obviously we are gonna be trying our best. I now got myself a very first ring. I don't know what it does, but I think it is time to put it on our Kale. It gives me a little bit of defense, attack and defense percentage. I don't really see a reason why I wouldn't equip it, so let's just pop it up there. Ooh, I can only equip it on a specific faction. So only High Elves can equip it, and I don't think I have any High Elves champion at the moment, so that's gonna have to sit in the inventory for a little bit. And I think I'm ready to keep pushing campaign. We are now going to be doing stage 8, and we're gonna get a book out of it as well, which should help us out a little bit to make our Kale even stronger. I remember when I played Raid for the very first time, I used to farm a lot of this stage because it drops you the life-stealing gear. But I do believe it was either on hard or even harder difficulty. As you can see, this is what I'm talking about. You get lifesteal set from these guys. However, we're only interested in like attack percentage, maybe crit damage percentage, something like that. And it definitely starts to feel like I might soon be too weak to just auto with my 2 champions. So we are only now reaching the stage where we might need to look into how to create our character stronger in order to keep 3-starring the progress. Yeah, I want to see if I'm still strong enough to do this. If I remember correctly, this guy likes to heal a lot. Yeah, so it heals, but I don't think it heals enough to where it matters. So I do think we're strong enough. But I remember in the later stages, in the hard stages, this can be a little bit of a challenging fight. Alright, there we go. We get our book that we wanted. We get a defense boots that we are gonna get rid of. And the first thing we're gonna immediately do is make our Kale stronger. Let's see if we get it in anything that we want. Acid Rain is now a little bit stronger. I think just in general, we wanna just fully get everything completed, right? But ideally, I would want to get this spell to level 6 because it would give me 1 less cooldown on it. And I think that would be probably the best to reach as fast as possible. We also get a couple of gems, 50 extra ones there, a little bit of silver, 75,000 there. And we can go through to the Deadlands right now and see if we are still strong enough to complete this as well. So this is the first time we encounter the War Maiden. Right here, this champion. This is a rare hero that is actually worth keeping in the early game, especially for Arena, as far as I remember. So I'm gonna double check after this run if I can actually get her from some of these runs. And there it is, level 20 is now accomplished. With that, we can now do faction wars. I don't really know much about faction wars at all, so I am kind of interested in this. I only have 1 hour to try and complete this. There's a Dark Elf Crypt and Skinwalker Crypt and Shadowkin Crypt. I think I get the idea, so whenever you do these sort of battles, you can only do the champions from that faction. Okay, so I definitely can't do that one. Can I do this one? So this is perfect, right? I want to do the one where I can use Kale for sure, because I think I can go the deepest in this one. I also noticed I had 12 keys, so we are gonna try to utilize all of them and go as deep as I can in this section. With these we get Resistance Glyph, slightly increase res substats on artifacts and accessories. I don't know how or where to use this, but obviously we'll keep it. And we also get Willstone, used to craft artifacts in the Forge. I don't really know how Forge works just yet, so we're gonna see once we get to that part. And just to double check, the Shadow Creep, do I have any champs to do this with? Not really. So, as I said, if you look at the top right corner, we have 12 of the keys. We're gonna try to push this as much as possible. And I also want to see how to get more stars when it comes to this. And it appears I simply would need to not lose champions, and that seems to be a little bit hard. So we're not gonna worry about that right now, and we're just gonna keep pushing as deep as we can go. Stage 2 was no problem at all. Stage 3 definitely got a little bit close, and we got a Haste Glyph. I would assume this is pretty good because it increases speed substats, and from what I've done the research on, speed is a very good stat in this game. And now for the Stage 4, I might need to manual this due to the fact that I nearly died in the last stage already. The idea is I don't want to use my AoE spell right here, because if I do, I will die. But I might die regardless if I don't use it, so I'm not sure if my idea is correct here. Ooh, in fact, I don't think I'm gonna be strong enough to complete this. Okay, the idea there was not correct. I am gonna try to replay it and use the AoE attack at the start there, but if not, we're not gonna be strong enough to complete these. Perhaps not using my big spells on this, and just using auto attacks here is the play. Okay, let's see what happens if I use the AoE spell. Okay, that's good because I don't kill all of them. If I killed all of them, I think it would actually be bad. So I can use this. Oh, I killed them too fast there. Alright, let's see. If we survive this and I can use my AoE hit, maybe it's not that bad. Oh, they deal a lot of damage. Alright, let's try. Ooh, that's very lucky. Okay, so I can definitely clear this stage, but I can promise you I cannot clear the next stage coming after this one. This one gives me HP percentage substat, that's pretty decent I would assume, and some bloodstones. Alright, so I got to stage 4. I'm gonna try stage 5, but I can guarantee you I don't have good enough account for that just yet. If I can survive one of their sets, I might actually be good enough here. Oh, yeah, I don't know, but it seemed like it was doable, so I'm gonna give it one more shot, and then we'll see if we can actually do this. Okay, so this is an ideal scenario because now I can just do intentionally slow round to get my AoE hit back. There we go. So I think we got perfectly lucky there, and now I should have the first hit. Started off with an AoE. I get a kill there, which is huge. Okay, so this guy provokes me, so I have to hit him back. And if I can survive by doing this, if I can just survive this hit, I should be fine. Let's see. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so I can clear that as well for a slight increase in res glyph and a couple more things for Forge. So I was still able to do stage 5. What about stage 6? Yeah, I'm definitely not strong enough to do this. With level 4 KL, I'm basically able to complete stage 5. I am gonna go ahead and utilize all these keys for the stage 5, and then we can move on and go back to campaign. Alright, and there we go. That's all of the keys used, aside from the one more that we have. So I can use stage 3 really quickly, and then we've used up all of the daily keys. Alright, perfect. A lot of rewards obtained. And I was able to get 50 energy out of that for now, alongside other rewards that I can later on use. What I also decided to do was join the clan and fight the clan bosses. I'm currently only able to do easy, I would assume, because we're literally the first couple of hours into the game at this moment. And if we click at the box, we can see that we get probably the best chest by getting over 1.1 million damage. And we can get some cool rewards through that. So because of that, we are going to be using 2 more keys in hopes that we reach that damage threshold. As you can see, with normal, I need to reach 909k. I think that's going to be borderline impossible for me right now. So let's go ahead and battle. And I've already done one of the battles off recording. team, but I can pretty much auto this. Kale is really the only one that will be doing damage here. Everybody else is kind of just there. And this is where the poison really comes in handy, because it deals a lot of damage to the boss. It looks like this time around we got nearly 700,000 damage. And that's us dying, 700 damage dealt. And I have now dealt 1.24 million damage, which is enough for the last chest. Now, I do believe if you kill the boss, you end up getting double the rewards. So I might as well try and deal one more damage here. But this is why it is important to join a clan that's actually good. So in the next couple of days, I'm probably gonna look for an actual active raid clan. But for now, let's just do one more auto battle, and then we'll see where we end up on. And 633k from the very next fight. Alright, that's where we leave the clan boss for now. And looking at the challenges, it appears we actually won our very first arena defense battle. So that's pretty good, 10,000 silver. Most importantly, I get the book. And now I can do more arena to try and get this diamond. So winning 5 arena battles in a row, 30 wins, upgrading an attack bonus for all affinities except Void. Very interesting in the Great Hall. Silver 1 in the Classic Arena. Set 4 champions of rank 3 or higher in your classic arena and win 30 silver medals. So this is something to definitely work towards. But it's cool to have one part of that completed. As we reached level 20, we now also get an epic skill tome. I am gonna be keeping on to those because I don't know what are the best champions to use those on just yet. So as I'm doing more research, as I'm learning more about the game, that's when I'm gonna be for sure utilizing those. But I believe this is the perfect place to end today's episode. In the next one, I'll be further pushing on the campaign. And if you guys do not know, there's also hard version, brutal version, nightmare version. There's gonna be a lot of grinding to do in the game to progress in the later stages. And I'm honestly pretty excited for it. So if you guys wanna join this challenge and compete for yourself, make sure you click the link in the description, download raid with my link, and you'll be getting all of the champions that I have been using in these videos. That is both epics and obviously Kale if you start off with him. If you log in for 7 days, you'll also be getting Alice. So I'm honestly looking forward to utilizing her in the future as well. And obviously use the promo code Monkey King to get Sun Wukong as well if you are a brand new player. But I will be seeing you guys again very soon with another video. And until then, have a beautiful day. Bye bye.